Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So today's Saturday and I am posting kind of late. I'm going to post it on the same day. I had grocery shopping yesterday and a lot of stuff going on and I couldn't record a video, so here I am. And I thought, on the weekends I thought it'd be kind of cool to just kick back, do some crafting, have a little fun, and play with some stuff. So yesterday I was thinking about it and I made a few things out of my Tim Holtz, just all the stuff that comes with Tim Holtz, and then a couple of other things. I used some of the just your cardstock envelopes and cards from Walmart, and then I also pulled out like a bunch of, you guys have seen them at Walmart, how they have like the scrapbook paper, cuts that came from, probably being cut down from other pieces of scrapbook paper. So I have tons of this and I never use it. It just sits there. I collected it when I first started doing junk journals, and I was just collecting anything and everything I could get my hands on. And so I bought all these packets of it, and I have tons of it, and I was like, I should be using some of that. I mean, I've played with it a little bit here and there. Like I've done some painting. Oh, like this. Oh no, that's not what it is. Never mind. I thought it was right here. I had one that I had did a little painting on. I don't see it now. I must have sat it somewhere. But anyway, and yeah, so I was like, you know what? Maybe we could just play, and like I have some cool gold. I have some that's like, it looks like handmade paper. There's even some that's kind of like a linen. I was fiddling with this morning and I made this little envelope, just messing around with it and seeing what it would do. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun. So let's play with some goods we have in our stash, because I'm pretty sure that everybody's either got some of this paper or has, paper that they can use to play with. So yeah, so what I did was I made one of the pockets that I showed you guys with the cards, transforming your greeting cards. So I did that pocket with this, and we've got and then I used some of the gold flake, and I did like some glue stick on the corners, and I just rubbed the glue in, and I thought it looked really pretty cool. I like that. And then I did some stamping, and this is Tim Holtz collage papers. I've got like 3 of them here, and I thought we could cover some stuff with it and play with it because I love it. I just never use it. I don't know why. I bought it because I really like it, and then it just sits there. And then this was one of those pieces of paper, and what I did was on the back side, which was like the flat surface, I put some of the collaging paper and did some stamping. And then on this side, all I did was I took my Brian's, or my quick stick. This one's a quick sticks, but it's the same as the Brian's tempera paint. Tempera, am I saying that right? I always say it wrong. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, the paint, and I just colored over the top, and it dried, and it looks pretty cool. It's just a fun journal card for a journal. And I was thinking as I was making this stuff, I'm like, oh, I may be on my way to making kind of a grungy journal, because I know some of you probably watched my video with the faux leather. So I took that big piece and I covered that yesterday, or no, 2 days ago. I took some dark blue, because that was like a bronze gold, okay? And I took some dark blue cheesecloth. And let me see, I probably have a piece of it right here. And you can get this stuff at Hobby Lobby, okay? And it's really pretty. And I decided to just kind of Mod Podge it on top, and then I lined the inside. So I think I may go ahead and make kind of a grungy, journal or art journal or something out of this. So I was thinking these might be kind of cute in there, because they've kind of really got that old vintage feel. So I'm going to go ahead and undo these so I have them ready. And if you don't have this, you can use something else. You could even do some stamping on some tissue paper, and make your own little collage and put it on like that, because all this is tissue paper. I mean, it's super simple to use, you know. It just comes in a roll and has the designs on it already. But if you wanted to make your own, get some white tissue paper or any color you want, and do some fun stamping and make it your own, you know. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little collaging with this paper. I'm gonna put some of that on, and then I'm gonna do my own collaging on top and make myself some ephemera. So if you want to hang out with me today, that'd be awesome. So let's see. First, I'm gonna go ahead and glue down a couple of these envelopes, and I'll probably make a couple of these cards, and then I'm gonna pick a couple pieces of the paper. Let me see. These are so weird. Look at that. It's so bizarre. And then you turn it over and it's like that. Isn't that awesome? I have no idea what I would do with it, and then there's this one. It's a little bit, yeah. I don't know. It's like the prints were bad or something. I think I did a little bit of distressing on that one, but yeah. It's just weird looking. So weird looking. I thought they were cool. I like weird looking, as we've established. I enjoy that. Let's see. I got lots of that. Now, you know, another thing this paper is really nice to do, and I can't find it here. I thought I had it with me, but it's not a superstar painting or anything, but I was going to show you, because it's something you can do on this paper, and it always comes out kind of cool looking, is I watercolored. I did some watercolor on top of it, but I have no idea where it went. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yay. Okay, don't laugh. It's just a stupid, I was just playing around. But anyway, so I just did a rose, and my leaves look totally bad. But anyway, you get the point. But it was just a piece of this paper, and it takes to watercolor pretty well. So if you know, wanted to paint on it, it's kind of fun. The ones I got, oh, and then like this is like a linen, super thin with the silky thread through it. And this all came from those Walmart packs. I don't know if you've bought them before and you like them, but I thought they were cool. They just ended up sitting on my shelf not getting used, and I thought, you know what, I need to do something with those. So I'm gonna grab one of the gold, I think. And then I've got these. Let me see here. This is kind of a cool dark brown. I think I'll try that one. Oh, and then I like these. These are fun to paint on. They look like the handmade linen paper. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that should be enough fun for now. So first, I'm going to go ahead and glue down my envelope flaps here. So how did everybody's week go? I hope you all had a good week. We had an interesting week, I got to tell you. Have you ever had to deal with mechanics? Oh my goodness. My husband, as I've told you, is a landscaper, and he has an amazing boss. He's a very, very kind, sweet man. He's an elderly gentleman. He's had a lot of health issues, and he's such a trooper. He is always so good to his employees. And my husband drives a truck from his company back and forth, you know, from home to work and work to home. And this truck is, you know, it's an older truck. It's an awesome work truck. It's just a Chevy. And he really, really likes driving that truck. So we're you know, we're going along. Everything's great. And then last Friday, a week ago yesterday, the truck starts acting up, and he's like, I got to take it to the garage. So all of a sudden, you know, he texts me, hun, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to come pick me up. So, you know, we live probably about 35 miles from where he was going to, no, about 45 miles from where he's going to be. So I had to drive into town and pick him up, and then they told us the truck would be ready on Monday. So they call on Monday as I take him to work, you know, which is fine. And then I find out that, then he texts me and he goes, okay, and he sends me a message from his boss, Ron, and Ron was letting him know they said the truck is not going to be ready until tomorrow because they don't have a technician to work on it. Okay, that was their first, they don't have a technician. Okay, this is sorry, I'm having trouble getting that. This is a well-established company that's been around for like 25 years. This shop, this mechanic shop. So it's kind of odd that they don't have a technician to work on a truck. And Ron's been with them forever, to the point that they do like this trade thing with him. Well, then he gets a message saying, okay, it's going to be it's going to be $3,600 labor and parts, because this is wrong and that is wrong and that is wrong. And I mean, they list off a ton of stuff. And so my husband pulls out a receipt he had from work that was done on the truck about a year ago, or about 8 months ago, and from a different shop. And he's like, you know, that's not right. The water pump was already replaced like 8 months ago. Well, they're telling Ron that it needs replaced. And Ron, being the sweetheart and the non-confrontational elderly gentleman that he is, he's like, well, it's okay. Just let him replace it. Maybe it went bad. You know, you guys do a lot of driving, and you know, he didn't want to call them liars, and he's good that way. So my husband said, okay, it's your money, it's your truck, but I just wanted to let you know. And so they put all this stuff on the list that needs done. And so Tuesday comes, the truck is supposed to be done on Tuesday, and we get another text where they are saying that the truck is still not done because they had ordered the wrong parts. Okay, so we're like, okay, you ordered the wrong parts, great. So now the truck is not going to be done until Wednesday. Well, on Wednesday we get a call, and they say, one guy calls the boss and says the truck's done. The other guy calls my husband's coworker, which that's another thing. They were calling the wrong phone number. They were calling his coworker and not him. And says, oh, the truck's good, the truck's done. And then, but my husband's boss gets a call that says, no, the truck's not good. It's still, you know, the AC wasn't working. Okay, guys, the AC was working just fine. So before we took the truck in there. So now we're hearing that the AC suddenly doesn't work and needs replaced, you know. And so then my husband finally on, let's see. Oh, no. They still had the truck on Wednesday night. They said they could not, it still wasn't done. So on Thursday, they inform us it's still not done, but they promise it'll be done by Friday. So, no, I'm getting that wrong. He picked it up on Thursday. Okay, sorry about that. And Friday, he drives it, and the truck breaks down again. Well, it doesn't break down, but it's like dodgy and not driving right. So he ended up having to take the truck back yesterday, and they're telling him, well, we don't know what could be wrong with it. I mean, you know, who was the last mechanics to work on it? And my husband said, you guys were. So my husband kind of defended him, and you know, said, look, Ron, he can't afford any more money on this truck. You need to fix it. You did a full inspection and said the truck was fine when you sent it, gave it back to us, and you've now done 2 inspections in the past 3 months on this truck, and you need to get it right and not charge him. So hopefully we will be getting the truck back on Monday, and it'll be running, and it'll be right. Yeah, it's been kind of a week. So the reason I tell you all that, is not to just complain about the mechanics, which I could for hours. I'm sorry, but it's true. But no, the reason I was saying that is because I was, at the same time, I was working on doing my videos and doing my, you know, my stuff here at home and everything, and driving twice a day all week to take my husband, because they kept saying the truck was going to be done. So I would take him in instead of him taking our car, because if he took our car and then the truck was done, our car was going to be stuck, you know, there. And so I was taking him every morning, and then I was having to end up going and picking him up again. So by the time Friday rolled around, I would have had today's video done But I did have to go grocery shopping in town again and thought I could come home. But yesterday I ended up having to drive. I was going to do the video when I got back home. But instead, I had to go back and pick him up because, of course, we had to take the truck back in. He texts me when I'm at the store and he's like, honey, I'm so sorry, but the truck is acting up again. I'm going to have to take it back in. I'm like, so I have to drive the grocery. Can't you get off? You know, maybe you can get off a little early. He's like, no, we've got a huge list of homes. I've got to, I've got to stay. I said, okay. So I ended up having to drive home after going to 4 stores yesterday morning. And then I drove into town, then I drove back home, then I drove back into town to pick up my husband. So, I was like, okay, I've had about enough. These people need to get this right. How would you all feel? I don't know. I was a little frustrated with the mechanics. I really was. My husband told him though. He was like, okay, look, because he's not a person who will, he's not a person who's afraid to speak up. But he's like, this is Ron's truck. It's Ron's money. He's been dealing with these people for years. I would never want to misrepresent him, But even yesterday, finally, when in Ron's text, he's like, his supervisor, or the owner of the company, he's like, could you please let them know that I can't afford this, that we need to stop? I mean, even he was like, this is getting ridiculous. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my story. That was my interesting, fun week of trying to do my job here and then trying to also help my husband. So it was cool. So I've got 2 envelopes and 2 cards ready. And then we've got a couple of pieces of paper here. And I'm going to do these like, I think I'm going to do them kind of like a journal card. I might make one of them a tag just for fun, just to do something different with each one. But this one I'm going to do as a journal card. Okay, I'm going to cut that up. And then it's not, it's pretty firm, but I don't like the back, so I may, let's see, we're going to put something. Oh, you know what? I could just go ahead and do, on both sides, I could do something fun, I think I'll do that. So the way I've been using this, I've done this with Mod Podge as well, but this time I was fiddling around because I finally got I got my glue sticks back in stock finally. So I received those yesterday and I was fiddling with them. So what I'm going to do is show you what I did, and you can choose to do it either way, but this worked pretty well. I'm just taking this and covering the back of this card, okay? And then I'm going to lay out, and depending on which direction you want your journaling card to go, can go either way. I'm going to trim a piece of this off. I don't want to, I was doing that earlier and I thought, on camera you need to be trimming this because that's very awkward. I was like holding the whole roll and, dealing with it like that, and it was ridiculous. So I'm going to just take this right down into the center because, and then it just covers very nicely with that glue stick. Okay. Get your dry wipe. Now, I didn't have dry wipes, and so I pulled out a Swiffer. So if you guys don't have any dry wipes and you have some Swiffer pads, they work good too. Although baby wipes are cheaper, I will say that. Now, I kind of missed the top here, which is fine. I'm going to trim it, but I'm just pointing out my mistake here. And then I'm just going to trim along this edge and get this off of here. Now what you could do, you could even surround it and tuck it under, and then you could put something on the other side as well if you wanted to make this thicker and use that side, as your base for a thicker piece of paper. However you want to do it, totally up to you. I am just playing today. I hope you guys will come along and just hang out, pull out some stuff and just play, because that's really, I've been trying to think of some super creative ideas, like my eyeshadow thing. I did not make that up, of course. That is, if you look it up, it's all over the place. But I am thinking about teaching myself how to make watercolors out of the eyeshadows. There's tons of videos out there to watch, if I come up with my way of doing it, and you know that I'm comfortable with, I'll share with you guys, because I do like to watercolor. So there's the back side. It's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to straighten that. I was also thinking I want to do some book page stuff. There's just some things I haven't played with in a long time. I kind of get, do you guys do this? I get kind of stuck in a rut. Like I'll get used to playing with my digitals and with certain things and certain resources, you know, of supplies, and then I'll forget about others. And these Tim Holtz supplies, I have had them forever and not even touched them. And I thought, you know, I need to pull those out because they're just sitting there going to waste, and that's ridiculous. So this side has that gold on it, which I like, but I kind of want to cover it and see what I can do with it. And one of the things I enjoy about this collage is you can take a darker pen and you can write on top of it, and it's so you can still use this as the side for you know, a journal card, and you can still journal information on it. You could still glue things to it, and you know what I mean. It looks cute. It looks crooked though because of this. I laid it out there a little bit crooked, so there we go. I laid it on there crooked, so I'm having to cut it off so that it's even, a little more even. There we go. It's a little better. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do, like, let's see. I think I'll do this one on the other side. And like I said, you know, you can leave it open and have it just like it is and decorate on top of that. But I really like this collage paper, and I just haven't played with it. And then this one's got, you know, like the insects and stuff on it, which I never really find myself doing anything with. I just don't seem to lean toward those very often. And it's funny because I really do like them when they're done by other people, and I see so many people that I love their work, and they do so much with insects and nature and everything, and I'm just not as good at it. So I might as well give it a shot, right? You know, there'll still be people on here because that's just me. Just a heads up. I was kind of hoping that gold would show through. I mean, it did yellow it a little bit, but it's not, you know, showing through enough to really matter. But see how nice that goes on with this glue stick? And you don't really have to do, I mean, if you see, let's see here, just so you know, like this one I did a Mod Podge on, okay? That one you can kind of see the shine because I usually use the satin, and I did a Mod Podge on those, but I didn't do one on this, and I like it. And then I just did this, the gold, the stick around the edge, and I thought it was fun like that. But what I want to play some more with this because I really like this. And I did do something today with some, and I'm not sure how to really perfect my technique, but what I did was I put glue stick on the top of this cross, and then I used the flaky, what is this called? I know, I'm gonna have to look it up. I know what it's called, I just can't think. Anyway, I used the gold flakes and I ran it over, and it went on so cool. And then I took this glue stick and I just rubbed it over in parts, you know, and just kind of gave it a different old effect. And I was thinking, you know, I don't know, I want to figure out how to get the gold into these areas here. Or maybe it doesn't need to be in all of them, I guess. It's just enough to give it that old kind of broken down look, I guess. Yeah. And then that's a fun way. And I guess you could Mod Podge over it if you wanted to, or, you know, seal it with hairspray or something. But once it dried, it seems to be fine. I mean, it's not coming off or anything. I think it held. And I just took, like, actually I used this. You could use a pokey tool. I just grabbed this earlier, and where it wasn't, you know, like going through, I just pushed it through the little holes. And so yeah, that's what I did. And that was with those cardboard, you know, die cuts. So just a fun little thing, and that would look kind of cool on a page or on a cover, you know. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and trim, and then do a little bit of distressing on this, because, you know, I gotta have the distress or I feel like it's not finished. It's true, that's me. So yeah. So what are, now I keep asking this question, and I am getting more and more folks that are talking to me, and I'm so excited, and I appreciate it so much that you're commenting and that you're, you know, hanging out with me, because like you all know, that's why I'm here. I want to hang out with y'all. And so what's everybody working on? Give me some inspiration. I'm coming on here, and if you've got a project you're working on and maybe you don't want to do a video, but you'd love to tell somebody about it, tell me, and I will give you the props, and we can do it together on camera for everybody, and they can see your idea. I was thinking, you know, not everybody wants to come on here and do a video, but they would love to share with others in our community what they're doing. And so if you have like a project you're working on, you know, shoot me a message and let me know. And if it's something that I have the resources to do, let's do it. And wouldn't that be fun to kind of like help each other? I was thinking, you know, how much we all learn from one another. You know, like how much it's just cool. I don't know. I was thinking about different people that I watch, and then I see them, you know, being inspired by somebody and putting their, you know, attempt at something they've seen done and coming on and showing each other. And, you know, all of you who are listening to me aren't always going to hear a video from somebody who I may hear. You know, we won't always run into the same people on YouTube. And so, yeah, maybe me doing something that somebody else did is just going to open that doorway for you to be involved with another person's video and another person, and we just kind of work over each other. And because I've been really worried about like repeating, you know, and I don't want to just imitate someone, but at the same time, I mean, how many things can we honestly think to do as crafters? We've thought of them, so much of them, you know, already. And it's kind of like, I mean, I don't want to recreate the wheel because the wheel's already been created here. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Anyway, I want to just be an inspiration to someone and maybe lead them to somebody who was an inspiration to me. Does that make sense now? So yeah, I think it's cool. And it's so fun that we can all come together. And, you know, I have so many people telling me, oh, you know, I had seen another video on eyeshadows, but this reminded me, and I'm so glad I didn't throw my eyeshadows away. Thanks for the inspiration. So I think that's cool because, yeah, I'm not the first one to think of doing eyeshadows as a background at all. I did not come up with that idea, but I mean, I don't really remember where I saw it first, but I did see it somewhere. But it's so cool that other people saw it somewhere too, but then forgot about it, like me, and I reminded them, you know, And I look back on people's videos from years ago, and it's like they've come up with so many brilliant things, but those things haven't necessarily been done or watched by new junk journalers or new crafters who are just starting out. And it's kind of fun to be able to remind you guys of something that someone else did. Yeah, so anyway, I know I'm rambling on, but you're not here to interrupt me and talk with me, so so I get to talk. I get to do all the talking. I'm just kidding. No, I'm inviting you guys to converse with me, honestly. I really want you to. I really do. I don't know if the ones who have written to me, I know you know, I write you back. I try to get back to you as soon as possible, and I don't know, you know, depending on how big this channel grows in our family, our little, you know, Tara's Take family grows, how soon I'll be able to respond when it gets bigger. But right now, you know, I definitely am able to respond to you guys. So please, if you've got a suggestion for us and you've got something you think that everybody would like to see, this is the place, you know, let us know. And I will totally, like I said, I'll let everybody know who gave me the idea. I don't want credit for it, but I have a channel, you know, I've started, and so it's awesome if I can support you and your idea. If you're just maybe not, you know, ready for a channel, you might have one later on, but maybe it's not time. That's kind of how I was. I was watching people going, I would love to be doing this, but I'm not ready. And it took me a lot of, encouragement from people around me before I did it. I was driving one day. That looks cute, huh? I love the rose. So pretty. I was driving my Uber one day with a lady who was traveling here. I'm going to do one of the envelopes. Who was traveling here from Australia. And she was over here in Arizona. And she had come to America during COVID. And she could not go home because of, they were blocking you, that you couldn't go back. And so she was stuck over here for a minute. And she was just traveling our country. And she was the most precious lady. I can't remember her name, but she, oh my goodness, she encouraged me so much to start this channel. And I told her, I hope someday, and I was encouraging her to start one because she had traveled the world with her kids after her divorce and had all kinds of videos and everything that she had wanted to do, vlog. She had done vlogging but not ever posted it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you need to. She had the most interesting stories. We had a pretty long ride, and she told me her story, and it was awesome. Well, she was one of my biggest encouragers on doing this. She just was so precious to me that day. I'll never forget, we even hugged goodbye. I had those passengers that I would pray with. We would cry together. I mean, I had passengers through the last, I drove for about 3 years until about 10 weeks, about 8 to 10 weeks ago was when I stopped driving and started staying home. I keep knocking that over, I'm sorry. And, but I had some of the most precious experiences. I even told my husband I should write a book called Uplifting and spell it like lift, L-Y-F-T, because I had good experiences. I had a couple of bad, which is normal, but overall, I had the protection of the Lord, and I was just in this wonderful little space with these wonderful strangers who brought to me joy and some of their pain, and we helped each other many times. And so, yeah, it was awesome. And that lady, she was one of the reasons I started my channel, was because I thought about her and what she had not done and how she wished she had, and how she had encouraged me that day that I should go for it. Now what I'm doing here on these corners is I'm trimming this off at kind of an angle like we do with when we fold stuff, so that I can tip this into the inside and just kind of make sure it's sealed and that it's really in there, and it also looks kind of nice, right? So that's what I'm doing. What we could do before we close these, we could even do some book page on the inside. That would look cool. Before I had sealed them, I could have done some book page. I could still do it, but it's such a hassle to get in there. And because it's the cardstock color, it looks, that buff color, it looks nice. So I probably won't. But if you are thinking about stuff like that, go for it, because that would look cool. Or even digital pictures, anything in there. Let me grab something here, just as an example. Like, oh, that's not big enough. I have bigger ones. Let me see. Yeah, something like her would look cool. And when you open the pocket, there's this pretty picture inside, So, I hope I'm in the camera. I am, right? I hope so. All right, so there's that one. Okay. I really like these. I think it's kind of fun to just kick back and cover these. Now, what did I do yesterday? Oh, I remember. I thought I might use one of these also. Instead, yeah, something like that. Oh, that does not look very vintagey. Okay, I gotta grab a different one. Let's see. Let me see here. Here we go. I'll use these. I like these. They're pretty. Yeah, and that'll be pretty to build on the front of this buff. Just ideas, little things to do with, to decorate. I feel like I get more inspired at this level when I'm doing, like, creating the pockets. And I actually had thought about just doing that in my Etsy shop, like making ephemera kits, blank ephemera kits for people that then they could decorate. Because, when it comes to decorating, it takes me more time. And as I've mentioned before, and I tend to feel a little bit like a slowpoke. Now I'm looking to see if this fits. This is from one, and I've got another one. This is from one of my collages, and it's actually set up to go to the side more, like that. But I was thinking that that would be kind of cute on the front, and then it has a little pocket. These are like super simple pockets. You just cut the paper up, and then you just glue your papers, like different papers, to match up and make like a little pocket, and then you glue the sides down on 3 sides, and you've got your pocket. And then on the top you have a small pocket, you know, and you can decorate it, and it's cute. But yeah, I was thinking that might look cute, so I think I'll try that just for fun. Why not? This isn't there's no rules here today. I'm not following any certain procedure. I just wanted to come on, hang out with my friends, and craft. So there's that. Maybe bring that down just a touch. Okay, I probably just have it cut unevenly, knowing me. Okay. Now I could have glued this down on 3 sides and done a double top pocket, or I could have done another side pocket, you know, but I'm just putting it down. Hopefully this will hold. I think it will. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of glue under there, just because this is thicker paper. The glue stick is absolutely perfect for the collage pages, the tissue paper. And look at how nice it is. There's not even any bumps or lumps, and that buff color coming through, it just makes it look really nice. It's great to decorate on top of too. So okay guys, there we go. So there's those. Now we can start playing. Okay, let's see here. Now I'm just using an old book pages to glue and like you know, maybe distress or whatever on top of. I'm looking here. I think I kind of want to do I gotta really dig in my drawer here to pull this out. But I kind of want to do a black around this edge this time. Let me find the right sponge for the job. Let's see. Okay, I moved everything. There they are. I'm like, I moved everything. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I'm just going to grab one of these. I don't actually have one put on something, so I'm just going to use this right now. And I'm going to go around the edge. I don't hardly ever use, what is it called? Black soot, I think. Yeah, I hardly ever use the black soot, but I don't know. I just had a feeling this might look cool. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. It's okay, even if it's not perfect. Like I said, this is just fun time. So has anybody gone to any movies this last weekend or this month, or seen anything good? I have not. I don't go a lot. I just went to that one with Top Gun, which was excellent. Had a great time, but that was the first movie we go about probably 2 or 3 times a year. We don't go to the movies often. We make a day of it though, and you know. Now I have a birthday coming up. I think I've mentioned that. My birthday is coming up on August 9th, and so my husband has told me to be thinking about what I'd like to go do. And so if you guys have any ideas, let me know, because I'm terrible about thinking about stuff like that. I am. It's just true. I try, but yeah, not too good at it. So if you guys have any ideas, being that we live in Arizona, there is a lot of places that we could go. We're in the valley, so we have a lot of entertainment. Then we also have, of course, we've got the Grand Canyon. We've got Tombstone, which is a really cool town that's down toward the border, southern Arizona, and like southeast. And that is where the OK Corral is, and Boot Hill. If you guys ever have heard anything about, Doc and the Wild, the Wild West, that is the actual town where all of that happened with Doc Holliday and all of that. That looks nice, right? I like that. I like that a lot. And so yeah, that's kind of our heritage here, of course. And so yeah, we could go there. He had suggested maybe going there, and I haven't been to Tombstone since I was 17. So yeah, it's been a minute. I will be 56 on my birthday, and I do not have an issue about my age. A lot of people I know do. My mother's thing she used to never tell her age. She came from that generation that a woman just did not tell her age. I, on the other hand, could care less. I've lived a long and happy. I've had a happy and interesting life, and I have no trouble telling my age. I do, however, still color my hair. I don't think I want to go gray quite yet. Now, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little dark in here. I really like this dark color. And on this one, I think we'll do something a little bit not so dark. I actually have, let me see. What do we want to do? Let's see. I have these, okay, we're going to try this. I don't have any idea what this is going to look like. It's brown, but it's a weird brown, so let's see. I was looking at these colors in the paper and thinking that maybe it might look kind of cool if we had a rusty, and it is coming out kind of a rusty orangey brown. This is that super wet ink I told you guys about that I got on Amazon, and it takes it a minute to dry, but it's this whole kit, and there's like 20 of them in there. A huge amount of ink, and I thought I'd give them a try. I wanted them. I wanted to get more colors, but I didn't want to spend a fortune, and I wanted to try some new colors and see what works for me, because a lot of times I look at those inks and I'm like, okay, well, how many shades of green do I need, and how many shades of pink do I need, and how many shades of blue and teal, and but there's all those colors, and they're beautiful, and I know we can use them all in different ways, but I thought, well, I'll try this kit because it's got so many of those colors in it, and see if I really need them or like them. And if I do, then I'll spend a little more, because this was cheap. And the colors that I'm looking at are, Ranger and the Archival and the Versamark and different things, and I don't want to spend a fortune, So, okay, so now we are ready. We are distressed. Here's what we have so far. Move my stuff out of the way. I don't know. I wanted to put this little butterfly somewhere. I don't know why. He just looks cute. Yeah. So we have these pieces here ready to go. Let's see. I thought I did 6. Did I really only do 5? Huh. Okay. Oh, no, here. It was this one. I was going to do one. Okay, one more. Sorry, guys. I do want to cover this piece. I'm going to grab a different, or do I not have enough of the dark brown? Let me see here. Oh, man. Well, because it looks kind of like it's got a weird bump, like right there. Like it's inside the paper. I wonder if I can push it down. It's got this weird bump right there. Oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I like this paper. I want to see how it'll look. I wanted to put this on top of it with the dark. I thought it looked pretty. So. And then I was gonna make. I think I was gonna do a tag with this one. I love this paper, and they've got more of them, and I need to get them all. And I gotta tell you, on Friday, well, yesterday, when I did all that shopping, my husband's like, go to Joann's, because it's right there, and get yourself something, you know. So I went in, and I got a couple things, and one of them was one of these. And I got this one. And I picked up the wrong one. I've got 2 of them now, so I either can keep it and use it, or I can take it back and, you know, exchange it. I'm thinking next time I go grocery shopping, maybe I'll just swing in there and ask them, can I exchange this? I got the wrong one. I already have it. You know, they'll probably let me, I'm sure. They're nice. They're nice. There we go. Okay, so there's, oh, that looks nice and dark. Now, I don't know about the bumps and ridges. Let's see if we can. I don't think it'll really matter when it's all said and done, though, huh? Okay. Oh, that looks kind of neat. Do you guys see that? It's got like a really weird... Now remember, this paper is the one that's at Walmart, those packages. I mean, I can't guarantee, you know, which ones you'll get, but they have... I gotta be honest, I open them and look at the ones I want. Because they're so random. I mean, sometimes they've got horrible paper. I mean, I'm sorry, I know that we love paper, but sometimes paper is just not pretty. There's certain ones that just aren't, you know, doing it for you. And yeah, but I always look through them, and then the ones I want, I take that one. So I've probably bought, I want to say I've bought at least 3 of those. And I have this thing, I'll show you. I have this thing full, okay? And then I have another whole full one in another drawer in my other room. So, yeah. I really went to town buying those when I first started doing junk journals, and didn't need them all, but it's okay. If I eventually use them, you know, or happy mail them to some, you know, do giftings to somebody or whatever, they'll get used eventually. So I really like that. That really gave a cool background. I'm just peeking at the camera. I want to make sure you guys can see. So I'm going to hold it up. See how it, and once that dries, I mean, it just gave it a really grungy look. And there's my bump. I don't think it'll matter though. So, okay, now we've got these done, and I am going to back this with a piece of this cardstock here, which is also from that box, because it's not quite as thick, and I would like it to be able to have some strength, you know, to it, to the card. It's going to be a journal card, or I mean a tag. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more of my glue down. Okay. See, these book pages come in so handy. So if you have a book that you have torn apart to make a junk journal out of, you know, keep your pages, because you can use them as a glue board, which, and you know, and you just throw them away. It's an awesome way to recycle and, you know, use stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead. I don't have any idea what our time is. Let's see. I think I'll probably just decorate one, because I know that our time is getting short. And I also want to do a second video for tomorrow for you guys, so I can hang out with you a little longer, just in a different, you know, in a different video. And then I am going to also get my corner and do, like, let's see, I'm going to make sure and do the bottom and do a little snip. Okay. And round off. That's not gluing down. We need to press that. Round off and make sure. There we go. Okay. Have to hold that down. Now, note to self, this paper is having a struggle sticking with the glue stick. So you would probably want to use your art glitter or your, you know, your sticky glue. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and, actually, I made this so it's a rather wide tag, huh? I think I probably should just leave this and do it as a journal card. So no tag this time. Sorry guys. It's all right. You forgive me, right? Okay. There we go. Oh wait, I did the wrong one. I'm like, why isn't that cutting right? It's because I used the wrong one. There we are. That's better. All right. I do like my rounded corners, as I may have mentioned before. I need, and I haven't spent the money to do it yet, but I need to get me some decorative corner punches. I've seen them, and I really like them. So, yeah, I think I should get me some. All right, so do we want to do the envelope, the journal cards? We have, let's see, there's another journal card. I like this one, look. It's going to look pretty. I mean, I could decorate this side or this side, and then the other can be the journaling side. I like that. And I don't normally do it that way, but I just think with this tissue paper collage, it could work. It could work. Yes, I'm rounding the corners. Told you, I like rounded corners. Okay, there we go. Okay. And you know what, guys? I wanted to say really quick, thank you so much for your support. I am, every single day, I am just shocked that you guys are subscribing and commenting and choosing to hang out with me. I can't even begin to tell you how much I do not take that for granted. I appreciate it every moment. Seriously, it blesses me to know that, you know, that you guys are receiving me. I mean that. I mean, I know it might sound corny, but I hope it doesn't, because it's sincere. I was really insecure about doing this channel, so I am grateful for all of you, each and every one of you, because you've been so kind and supportive, and yeah, thank you. So I'm going to do, gosh, I'm having a really hard time deciding which one I want to do. I want to do a little bigger one because I would kind of like to use these. I just got these yesterday and they are so fun. I mean, see all this Tim Holtz stuff? I've got so much cut up, different die cuts, and you know, the little cards and stuff he has. And then, now this isn't him, but I love it. It's so cute. But I bought these ones. I hadn't seen these before, at least not in any of my stores. I'm sure they've been around forever, but I just hadn't seen them. But yeah, I got these and I just thought they were so cute. So I thought we could use one of them. Now, what is this about? Let's see. I'm just reading this really quick. Believe it or not, I do pay attention to this kind of stuff and try to kind of give that feel that, you know, that when I build the interest with different pieces, to try and match the feel of what I've placed down on my collage or whatever. I don't know, do I want it to be a guy? It does kind of look like a man's background, doesn't it? But I want it to be the right. Nah, he's not right. I haven't had a chance to even look at these, honestly, so I'm kind of like, oh, I like that one, I like that one. I definitely want it to be the right time frame. He looks really good. And I think we're going to go with, what about him? He looks good too. Both of them do. Okay. Oh, him. I like him. I know. I do though. Okay, so I'm going to distress him a little bit because he's bright and I don't like that. You know me. And what I do is, usually with stuff like this, because it's shiny, okay, first of all, the paper. And what I do is I use a distress ink and not an archival so that I can come back in and kind of rub away what I've laid down. And it just, see, it comes up somewhat, so it's not that I changed him or anything that much. but I just kind of yellowed the edges of this piece. And then of course I do go around the edge here because that bright white from the die cut, you know, that don't look good. Okay. And then again, I'll take it, just wipe that. Okay. So we have that. And now I want to, he looks like an old Scroogey accountant or something to me, or maybe a politician. What do you guys think? I'm trying to be a little bit different in my work here on these. I like I said, I was kind of playing and thinking, you know, I haven't used the Tim Holtz stuff. It looks truly antique and vintage. A lot of my stuff is bright, or it's very feminine, you know, very centered around women and the Victorian type look. And I kind of wanted to do a little, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the black again. I kind of wanted to do it a little different this time with these and have some fun and see if I could play with something and not have it be the same old thing. I've been kind of not in a rut. I wouldn't say I'm in a rut, but just realizing by seeing other people's work that I need to expand myself a little bit. Oh, here it is. I need to expand myself a little bit, you know? And so, yeah, that's why I decided to pull out my Tim Holtz stuff. Because there for a while, I mean, I see so many people use Tim Holtz products that I kind of felt like it was getting almost trendy. And so I wasn't using them as much because of that. Because when I first started, it was like, oh, those are so cool. But then I realized how to coffee dye things myself, and I realized how to do things to make it look old myself, and I realized I didn't have to always use the Tim Holtz ink. And you get what I'm saying. And it wasn't that I minded using any of it. It was just that I kind of thought, you know, it's like everybody else. And I wanted to be, oh, did I just grab the wrong one? I think I did. Wait, I have a brown one that's specifically, yeah, here we go, sorry. And so I just kind of let them sit there. And I don't know, yesterday when I found this, I thought, you know what, I need to play with that. Because my eyes are always drawn, of course, to all the stuff that they have out in his line. Anyway, you get me. So I'm sure you understand what I mean. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Let's see. I'm just going to tear out a piece. I don't want to cover this whole thing, but I also wanted to, you know, decorate and collage underneath him a little bit. Yes, we're doing the background in black on this one. I don't know. Or the edging. Hopefully, it'll turn out okay. We'll see. We will see. And then, of course, we're going to do a little brown on there and just dress it just a tiny bit. Let's see. And what else do we have here to play with? Something small that won't take up the whole page, but oh, you know what? Actually, that would be kind of cute. Let's do that. I'm just throwing stuff on there now. I'm just having fun. I hope you don't mind. We'll just see how it turns out, right? You know, I'm always thinking what, you know, I want to put on stuff. I really am. And I have, like I've said before, I have found that if I just chill out and decorate and enjoy it, I end up, you know, having more fun than I would have if I had not done it that way. I'm not sure I like this though. We'll see. Here, let me see if I can make it more likable for me. Maybe if I darken these edges. I like to put things at an angle. I don't know if you guys realize that yet about me, but I do. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, you know what? I can. This is that paper, so it'll hold just fine. I was going to use the regular glue, but this is okay. It's not going to come up. Is anybody else always paranoid about whether their stuff's going to stick or not? I am super, like, worried about that. That's why I use so much glue. Well, I think it's because I sell my journals and stuff, and so I want to make sure that my customer gets the best for their, the best value for their purchase. So I'm really super careful about making sure things are going to stay down, because when somebody's using a journal and everything, they can be kind of rough with it. I mean, I want them to feel like that's their journal and they can really play with it. I'm going to take a drink, guys. Just one sec. Water. Believe it. Oh, I haven't given you guys an update on my program. Okay, so in 2 weeks, it'll be 2 weeks on Monday that I started, right? Okay, I have lost 12 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm not kidding. The first week I lost 8 pounds straight up, and then this second week I've lost 4. So I thought I'd let you guys know. It's very exciting. Yes, I'm very excited. Praise the Lord. It's a blessing. I'm feeling so much better. I am not liking this. Do you guys see anywhere that you like it? I'm thinking no. It's cute because it's top hats, but yeah. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. I just don't think it's matching. So yeah. I do know one thing I want to do before I let you guys go. I really, really, really wanted to do this, so I'm going to real quick. Oh, I still haven't glued him down. Now him, because this is that more slippery, material, I am going to use my art glitter glue. Of course, you can use your tacky glue, whatever PVA glue you have. I prefer this one because, of course, I've said it before, it's amazing. It glues down really well and it dries rather quickly, so I don't have to worry about things moving on me, which I like. So that's, it's probably my fave. I'm going to kind of put him here. I'm going to cover that first head because you can't really see what it is. It looks a little weird. Okay, so he's there. Okay. All right. Now, what I did want to do before, I do want to play with this just a little bit. I had so much fun with this morning, and I thought I got to show you guys how good this works in case you've not used it, or maybe you have some, and like me, mine was just sitting in a drawer and yeah, wasn't being used. And so this morning I just kind of put some on here, and then I began rubbing it in, and you don't have to do much because the glue, it sticks to the glue like immediately. And the cool thing is it dries really well, and then it's on there. It is on there. I know there's better ways to use this. I've seen many videos. Haven't in a while. I need to acquaint myself with it. But it just kind of leaves a cool sparkle, I mean, if you look, this is this stuff dried, okay? And then this is the glue stick. So you see the difference. I mean, it's kind of a big difference. So I love the glue stick too, but I just really liked this look. I just thought it was fun. So yeah. And because it kind of goes on so unevenly, it just gives it that old vintage look. I adore that. I adore that. And I adore anything with gold. So yeah. You guys ever wonder? Yeah, Tara loves gold. Now I wear silver and white gold on my skin, but I love gold for what we do. I mean, as far as like, I've tried to do silver, and I do a little bit here and there, but for the most part, yeah, gold all the way. Yeah, and see? And that'll dry, and like I said, you do not have to do anything fancy to it. Mine's not coming off at all. It's staying on just fine. But it gives you that really cool, subtle little just flash of gold on the corners there. And I don't really think it needs more. I mean, I could put it, you know, on each corner, or I could run it along the side. I mean, that might look kind of cool. Let's try it on this one just for fun, just a little bit. Not a lot. I don't want it to be like all gold. I want it to look like the gold was flaking off, you know. Maybe that this was framed and at one time and it came off. There, so. And pick this up off the desk. Okay. Is it called gold leaf? Is that what it's called, you guys? I am new to all this. I'm telling you, I do not know everything. I just had the desire to come on here and be with you guys, not because I know everything. That was my biggest fear too, I think, was, you know, I haven't been doing this long enough to make a video. I haven't been, you know, I'm not experienced enough to try and show anybody anything. And I had a friend from my Facebook group who she also has a channel. I'm not going to say names right now, but she watched a couple of my videos and told me I inspired her. I have to say, that meant, I can't even tell you how I felt. I told my husband, oh my God. I mean, this person inspires me all the time on YouTube. And for her to tell me I inspired her, yeah, there's no words. The way it made me feel was just incredible. So yeah, I don't know, like, hardly anything, but I know what I like to do, and I know what I like to look at, and I know that I love having you guys, you know, as my friends. And so yeah, it's fun. If any of you are thinking about, you know, having a channel, you should do it. You should do it if it's in your heart, because there are really wonderful people out there. Yeah, there's going to be those that aren't, but you know what? Take a chance and do what you feel the Lord's putting in your heart, because He does give us the desires of our heart. And so yeah, here's our guy. Nothing fancy. I mean, I hope you like it. It's, you know, I mean, it's pretty simple and straight to the point. It's, you know, but it looks cool. It'll look good in a grungy journal or an art journal or something. And it's a cool pocket, see, on the inside. I am going to throw a little, of course, I'm going to throw a little distress here on the edge. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed this little project, this little fun kickback with me. And I know I enjoyed hanging out with you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? So thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.